Okay, so this is the other kitten. You saw the 2 orange kittens, and you saw the black kitten, and you saw a larger orange and white kitten. The 5 kittens. This is the 5th kitten. That is a kitten of the calico cat with the crooked tail.
Yeah.
It's not the kitten of this mother cat here, who looks identical to the calico cat with the crooked tail. I just want to, hold on, Judy. Can you take this one? Oh, this, hi, sweetheart. This is the calico cat. Keep them apart because they attack each other. This is,
Don't.
oh, it's
Don't.
okay. It's okay.
Don't.
I'll get him awake. This is a calico cat. It doesn't have a crooked tail. Do you have the camera on here? Yeah. And this is a cat that Olga said is the mother of this kitten. Of course, they don't like each other. They're not related at all. This cat is very aggressive towards this kitten. It actually injured its nose this morning because this cat attacked it. So Olga is not telling us the truth, unfortunately. In fact, when Judy was looking at this cat, she says this cat is pregnant. This is why Olga did not want to give up the mother cat, so to speak. I had to insist that Olga give the mother cat to me because I had 5 kittens and I need the mother cat. And she said she wanted to give away the mother cat and her 5 kittens. I insisted that I wasn't leaving until I got the mother cat, as the shelters would want the mother cat to the kittens because they need to spay the mother cat. I didn't realize that this is not the mother cat, nor did I realize that this cat is pregnant. And when Judy's examining this cat now, apparently this cat has tumors on it. So Judy, I'll just take this cat, and can you talk about this cat?
This cat.
Thank you.
This cat right here. I'm just feeling underneath it, underneath the bottom. She is pregnant, but when I keep feeling, I can feel tumors in her. That's why she's doing this to me. It hurts her. But she is pregnant. Yeah, she is pregnant. This cat is pregnant. But I feel lumps underneath her belly. That's the reason why she just attacked me, because she's because she's hurting.
Okay, we are back again with this female tortoiseshell cat. We've examined her in a bit more detail, and we realize that
she's not pregnant.
She's not pregnant, but
she does have tumors.
She does have tumors, and
she's had kittens in the last 4 months.
Okay,
so the kittens would be about 4 months old
if they survived, depending on where she
survived. The last time I seen this cat, she was in the bushes.
And she was pregnant?
And she was pregnant at the time. Yep.
Okay, so, and now she has tumors. So, in other words, this cat needs to be put down?
No, the vet needs to look at him.
Okay, so there's hope in the sense that given the right veterinary treatment,
it can be saved.
So we're looking for a shelter who will have compassion and can probably vet this cat, to take the cat and vet it and give it whatever it needs to survive, because she didn't ask for this fate with this breeder named Olga, who's only interested in her kittens for profit. This cat is sick. This cat has tumors. We don't know what can be done for it. I can't afford to vet it. I'm hoping that someone steps up to the plate and helps us. Thank you. So we'll look. Okay, I'm back upstairs now with the calico tortoiseshell cat, who is obviously pregnant and who has tumors, as you saw in the last clip. We are desperately now looking for a shelter who will take in this cat and will help her birth her kittens. Whether or not she survives given her condition with the tumors, is unknown. If we take this mother, this pregnant cat, to the Humane Society, they'll put her down. They'll euthanize her before she even gives birth. Why? Because of the tumors on her body. This poor cat didn't ask to be in this situation. She didn't ask to get pregnant, and she has not been vetted, because she's Olga's cat, and she's being used to breed kittens to be sold. The breeder, I don't even know if the breeder realizes how sick this cat is. She should never have been impregnated. She should have been vetted. Had she been vetted, the tumors would have been discovered probably a lot sooner. And maybe she would have a fighting chance to live. Whether or not she lives to see her kittens grow up, I don't know. It's very sad, and we need a shelter to step up to the plate and give this mother a fighting chance. And if she doesn't have a fighting chance, and there's no hope for her, then to put her down in a humane fashion. What the Humane Society does is not acceptable to us. We want a shelter to take over at this time and do whatever they can to help this little one. She's apparently 3 years old. She's only 3 years old and has tumors all over her body and is pregnant. Can anybody help at this time? There has to be a charitable organization out there that can help us. Thank you. We just spoke to Gwen Thompson of Country Cat Sanctuary in terms of what we saw, what we're seeing and feeling on the calico female adult cat, the tortoiseshell cat. According to Gwen, these are not tumors, but this mother cat is bagging up, meaning that she recently gave birth to newborns, that because the newborns are not sucking on her nipples, she's bagging up, and she can bag up within 24 hours. So there are lumps that we're feeling that are underneath her belly, and it's as a result of the milk hardening. She looks pregnant, but she's not pregnant. She's already given birth. We thought they were tumors, but they're not tumors. It's that she's bagging up. So this could explain why Olga did not want to release the mother cat. So Olga lied to me. She told me she had a mother cat with 5 kittens that she wanted to give to Humane Society. I said I would take them. She gave me the 5 kittens but refused to give me the mother cat. I said I'm not leaving without the mother cat. She eventually gave me the mother cat, but she didn't tell me that the mother cat she gave me is not the mother cat of the kittens that I have. The mother cat that she gave me actually has newborns that need mother's milk. Mother is now bagging up. Gwen's advice to us is that we go over to Olga's house and we demand that she give us the newborns so that the newborns can feed off of mother's milk. Now we know that Olga tells lies. We don't know if she's going to admit that she lied to me and that the real newborns are with her. They're going to die without mother's milk. So we've got to reunite the mother with her newborns. And we certainly don't want to leave the mother in that house. And now Gwen is saying that we go over there immediately. We can't do that right now because it's 11 p.m. at night. Judy's emotioning that I'm supposed to do this. She's not getting involved. She's not even saying anything. You know, poor Gail, how did I get in the middle of this? Melissa and I will go together. Yes, I need some reinforcement. Melissa, you'll come with me, right? You go and show Melissa who Melissa is. Okay, come here, Melissa. Okay, so the one thing we forgot to ask is how long do those kittens have? Will they survive 24 hours without the mother? And Judy's nodding, no, they won't. That they're about 4 weeks old, 4 to 5 weeks old. So, what am I, a murderer now? I just feel very badly. I have been lied to, and up to now the truth has not come out from Olga in terms of the fact that she is a backyard breeder, in terms of the fact that she does breed for profit, and in terms of the fact that she lied. And she has put kittens at risk. They will die in her house. Again, we are asking the SPCA to do something, to do an investigation, to get in there and save whatever pups and kittens and cats and dogs that they can save before it's too late. It's already too late for these newborns. The mother is bagging up. The mother's in pain. And we have been told by the Country Cat Sanctuary the best thing to do for the mother, if she can't get the newborns, is to put warm compresses on her belly to help get the bags reduced. And so she won't be in so much pain. We need somebody to act. Thank you. We're just continuing the video for Rainbow. This is Rainbow. Interestingly enough, when Olga gave me the mother cat with 5 kittens, Rainbow was identified as the mother cat who was the mother to 5 kittens, and they were all going to the Humane Society. I intervened and told Olga that I would take the cat and kittens and give them to shelters who could find adoption homes instead. So on Tuesday morning, or Tuesday noon, we went to, was it Monday? Monday noon, I picked up the 5 kittens with a friend of mine, Melissa, and this cat, which we've named Rainbow. Rainbow wasn't Rainbow was not necessarily, Rainbow was not the mother of the 5 kittens. Okay, so I'm going to continue talking about Rainbow. We've been trying to figure out what's wrong with Rainbow. As you saw from the previous clip with Judy, Rainbow is very sensitive in her stomach area, and we feel lumps in her body, and we're not sure what that is. Judy thinks it could be tumors. We had another person saying perhaps she's bagging up if she is indeed nursing mother, as we were led to believe by the backyard breeder. We've realized that this cat, now we've named her Rainbow, is not the mother of the 5 kittens that I was given. In fact, she's not pregnant, as I was led to believe, and we have a diagnosis for her. So let's start from the day that Rainbow was about to go to the vet for her diagnosis. 1 hour before the appointment, I bump into the backyard breeder, Olga, at the food stations, and I told her that the mother cat is in a lot of pain, that there's something wrong with her. Olga told me that, no, there's nothing wrong with Rainbow, she's just pregnant, okay? And I said, well, that's weird, because even if she's pregnant, she shouldn't be in this much pain whenever we touch her belly. And she's also extremely aggressive toward the other kittens. There's something wrong with her. So I said to her, listen, I'm taking her to the vet, and I'll keep you updated in terms of her diagnosis. At that point in time, Olga said to me, you know what, I just want her back, and I want all the kittens back. I said, well, that's impossible, because now the shelters are involved, and we're trying to find them adoption homes. We're going to vet all of them. They're going to get the best of care, and for you, it's at no cost. So if you want to go through the adoption process afterward, there is that evaluation of the home and adoption and so forth. I said, but one of the kittens is really sick, and the mother seems to be sick. She says, well, what's wrong with the kitten? I said, well, the kitten's not eating, it's not drinking, there's something wrong with the kitten, it's not playing, it's not like the other 4 kittens. She said, well, there's nothing wrong with the kitten, it just misses me. So I said to her, well, I'm taking the kitten into the vet as well. And so then I said to her, you know, have you ever vetted the mother cat here or the kitten? You know, what's the medical history? And she says, I've never vetted them. I said, so they're not vaccinated, they're not dewormed, nothing? She goes, no. I said, well, you know, by the way, Judy and I saw this cat, Rainbow, eating out of the garbage on the weekend, on Saturday. We also saw the kitten who's sick and not eating, also eating out of the garbage. And I said, you know, I actually gave the mother cat food from the food station, which she was eating. And I said, you know, that's really not healthy for these animals. You have to feed them regular food and vaccinate them and deworm them and vet them as needed. She said to me, well, we don't do that in our country. It's not done in our country. And I said to her, well, this is not your country. This is Canada. And we have certain laws and bylaws and animal rights in terms of maintaining the health of an animal. And I said, you know, especially how you have a lot of dogs and cats in your home, it's so important to vaccinate your dogs and your cats because cats can get diseases from dogs. And I said, you know, are your dogs vaccinated? No, she said. I said, and are they licensed? No. Are they vetted? No. I said, well, you're not only putting the animals in danger, but you're putting your children in danger. Because if they get a bacterial infection, you know, your kids could get an infection. Okay, let's put her in the carrier. So I said to her that, you know, if you're not prepared to vet your animals, then the best place for them are with shelters or people that can vet them. And so that's how we left it, in the sense that she let me know that she's not prepared to vet the animals. I don't think she can afford it, simply because she told me she didn't have enough food to feed her animals, that she only had $60 a month to feed the animals in the house. I was surprised because when we did go and collect the mother cat and 5 kittens, I saw, as I said before, many dogs there and many puppies there, and heard a lot of dogs coming from a basement of some sort, and also puppies in the background that she was trying to shoo away. And I thought, you know, with all those animals, $60 is not much to feed all those animals, much less vet them and take care of them. So she left, we parted in silence. It was an uncomfortable silence. I could tell she was upset because I had mentioned the vetting of the animals, and I had mentioned adoption fees if she wanted to get any of them back, and that, you know, I also mentioned I was definitely taking 2 of the animals. The vet appointments were scheduled and they were being seen that day. So that afternoon we went to the vet, and we have found out that Rainbow has breast cancer, and she has a very big tumor, several tumors on her breast. It is extremely painful. I mean, she was screaming so much in that vet office. It took a lot for me just to stay there and hear her scream. She is very tender when you lift her, which is why she got a little bit anxious. And she's also very scared of other cats. She just wants to be in a room by herself, and when she's by herself, she's very, very affectionate, very friendly. But she is in a lot of pain, and this is what concerns me. According to the vet, she has a good prognosis for survival because she's only 3 years old, and if the operation is done sooner rather than later, and they get out all the tumors, and they spay her at the same time, then it's that will prevent the spreading of these tumors. And usually a cat, I was reading online, gets, the tumors get malignant at 10 to 12 years of age. So I don't know about Rainbow. She's only 3 years old. It's as if, you know, she's having all this way too early in her life. I don't know if it's been triggered by the lack of proper nutrition and the garbage that she's been eating. I don't know if that's triggered things in her body so that it's developed to this severity at this age, early age in her life. I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that we have scheduled her surgery for Thursday, December the 29th. And I've approached the Animal Defense League on her behalf. They're going to get back to me. They've been very good this year in terms of paying for the neutering and spaying of all the animals that have been rescued through me and my friends, and who are now in foster homes and adoption homes. I'm hoping that we will be fortunate with Rainbow, and that they will finance the spaying and the removal of the tumor. If they don't finance it, then I'll definitely be trying to raise money for it. It's about $1,000 for the surgery, and it depends on how long it takes them to remove the tumor, which is spread. When he looked at her, it is spread all the way down a number of her nipples, from the top of her chest to the bottom. Now she's in too much pain if I touch that and show you, but it's very big. And so the question is, has it spread to her lymph nodes? Has it spread to other glands in her body? I feel that she has been through enough trauma and enough pain so that if it is spread to other parts of her body, perhaps the best thing would be to euthanize her. But I don't want to do that. She's a very beautiful cat. She's very warm. She's gentle-hearted. She's kind. The other thing I found out today, and I'm speaking on behalf of Judy Belanger, who is gone for chemotherapy this afternoon. She has cancer, which is very unfortunate, and so I'm speaking on her behalf. She told me that her nephew bought a kitten from Olga a year ago, and that kitten was Rainbow's offspring. And this is very important because Rainbow has a high risk for breast cancer. She's a tortoise shell cat, and on top of that, she's already been diagnosed with having tumors in her body. So her offspring are also at risk. Judy immediately contacted her brother, and her brother brought the kitten to the vet. The kitten's 1 year old, and at this time there are no tumors. But that doesn't mean there won't be tumors in the future. And so the advice is for him to continue vetting his kitten. And he actually vets his kitten twice a year, and to make sure that the kitten is healthy, because he spent a lot of money, $800, to get the kitten well, as it was infested with worms and had diarrhea and had fleas. Similar problem to the 5 kittens that I just brought in on Monday. They too have worms and fleas and diarrhea. So it seems to be a continual problem for the kittens in Olga's house, not only 1 year ago, but also today. Now, with respect to Rainbow, she is not the mother of the 5 kittens, but she has had litters before. And so my question now to the SPCA is, what about those people that have her kittens? Should they not know that the mother has cancer and it's detected when she's 3 years old? Should they not be made aware of the high risk that their animals, their kittens, have? How do we find out where her kittens are? Did Olga keep records of her sales? Are there receipts? Is there any way to track down these people so that they can be informed, so that at least they can be made aware of what breast cancer is all about, the symptoms that cats have, the lumps in the breast, the redness, the tenderness, the swelling. There are certain symptoms that they need to know about, so that they can monitor their kittens and make sure that throughout that cat's life, as it grows up, it is vetted on a regular basis and at least screened for breast cancer. So this is a question I have for the SPCA in terms of looking at this situation. Not only is Rainbow at risk here because Olga thought she was pregnant. Olga, if she knew about the pain, did not tell me. She did not make me aware of that. For whatever reason, Olga decided to take Rainbow to the Humane Society. Now, if Rainbow had gone to the Humane Society, she would have been euthanized. So the question is, what is Olga really doing? because every story she tells me is different. Rainbow is not the mother of the 5 kittens that I was led to believe. Rainbow is not pregnant, as I was led to believe. And Rainbow is actually ill. She's not healthy. She's in need of medical care, and this could have been detected months sooner. Because Judy said Rainbow looked pregnant about 4 months ago. And in fact, when she saw Rainbow this week, she was surprised that the cat looked the same. So she said to me on the phone today, how long has Rainbow had these tumors? How advanced is it? Why didn't Olga say something? Why didn't Olga take Rainbow to a vet? The cat is in severe pain. This is cruelty toward animals. This is what Judy was talking to me about, and she was upset. And I don't blame her for being upset. I am upset. It is cruel to starve an animal. It's cruel to have an animal eat out of garbage because you can't afford to feed it. It's cruel to leave an animal to suffer and not take it to a vet if it's in pain. And it's only now that she was thinking of taking Rainbow to the Humane Society. I just have a very difficult time with this. I also have a very difficult time that Holly, the orange and white cat, who is apparently a year old, but is much smaller, but looks like a kitten. She looks 6 months. She's actually a year, more than a year. She has not been eating or drinking, and I have to syringe feed her coconut water to keep her hydrated. And in fact, I have to take her to the vet again on Friday, because even though we've dewormed her, we've revolutionized her, she's still not eating. She's only drinking what I give her. She hasn't gone to the bathroom. So is she constipated? Is she blocked? We don't know. Further testing has to be done on the kitten. So I can understand what Judy's nephew went through a year ago when he said he bought a very sick kitten. And $800 later, he had a kitten that would survive. And apparently his vet called the SPCA to report the state of the kitten, and nothing was done. And his vet again called today when the kitten was brought to the vet again to say, the mother has cancer. What is the prognosis for the kitten? Again, apparently the vet contacted the SPCA. So, and my vet from the Glebe hospital is going to contact the SPCA and the Humane Society and the Humane Society, the International Humane Society, because the vets are concerned with regard to the health of these animals that they're seeing. And I'm concerned, and Judy's concerned, and a number of residents are concerned with respect to the health of the dogs and puppies in that home. It is obvious that Olga makes some money from the sale of these puppies and dogs and cats and kittens, or else she wouldn't be doing it. But it is also obvious to us that these animals are neglected, severely neglected medically wise, and are starving. So they're neglected nutritionally as well. And that, in my opinion, is inhumane. And again, I am pleading with the SPCA to investigate. Furthermore, I am pleading with the SPCA and the Humane Society not to euthanize any animals that come out of that home. They deserve a second chance. They deserve a fighting chance. And that's why we want to perform the surgery on Rainbow next week, to give her a chance. She's not going to live without the surgery. She has a death sentence right now. And had she been left at Olga's home, she would have died eventually. And we've found several dead cats and kittens wrapped in bags in the garbage bin 20 feet from Olga's home. So again, I'm asking you, and that's the same garbage bin that Rainbow was eating out of, that Holly was eating out of. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you to do an investigation. And I'm pleading with you not to just go in there and remove the animals because it could be an unhealthy environment. Don't just do that and euthanize them. We need those animals cared for. We need them medically treated. We need them adopted out. And I really hope that you begin to take us seriously. For your information, the other kittens that we examined, one of the ones called Snowy, she's white and pale orange. I thought she was about 3 months old. I found out today that Snowy is actually 2 years old. She weighs less than 2.5 kilograms. She's so small that the revolution that I was given for a 9-month-old kitten is too much for her. They have to go down a level to a very small kitten size. And this is for a 2-year-old cat. And Snowy has diarrhea. Snowy's infested with fleas. And, you know, I've been picking up poop all day. So much so I couldn't go outside to feed the animals outside. I have been picking up poop constantly. And when I say constantly, from midday to about 6 p.m., I think 10 poops I've been picking up. And they're all very soft, it's diarrhea. And you hear them do the poop and it's just pouring out like water. From 4 cats, because the 5th cat is not pooping at all, and not peeing at all, and not drinking, and not eating. So what is Olga doing? You know, what is she doing? And how can she sleep at night? I can't sleep at night thinking about it. Judy went home and cried. She just cried. When she found out about the cancer diagnosis, she just cried. We're going to talk to Zina, the Somalian lady that also has a clip on here. She was wondering what happened to the kitten that she had in the summer that she had to give back because it was so sick. It had diarrhea. It was peeing all over the place. That kitten that she thought was a kitten is actually Holly. And Holly is still sick today. So I will let her know that we have Holly and that she's still sick, but we're doing the best we can to have her diagnosed by a licensed vet. Thank you.